Hey guys, Mike Lawson here. Happy Saturday. Welcome to our live Q&A session, our free coaching Saturday. Do me a favor, if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Let me know what platform you're watching from. And if you're catching on the replay, let me know. Just drop the word replay in the comment section. And also let me know, what business questions do you have? Every Saturday, I go live here, right here on YouTube and in the Facebook community, and answer your business questions, anything that has come up during the week, and also celebrate some of your successes. And let me know if you have something to celebrate as well. I'd love to acknowledge it. But if you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor and make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also give it a like. And same thing on Facebook, give it a like or a heart. It actually helps the algorithms. And if you're not familiar with my coaching, I've been telling you guys for probably the last month now, the algorithms are horrible on Facebook. So, and I actually just got out of the shower not too long ago and shaved and cut myself. So if I start dripping with blood profusely, I might have to end this broadcast, but we should be okay. So welcome to our live Saturday Q&A. And I'm also I'm using StreamYard. I don't know if you're familiar with StreamYard or not, but I know there are people that are on live and I can't see the numbers and not all the questions so right away. But I'll promise, if I don't get your question answered live, then I will go back and make sure I answer that. So just do me a favor and hit that like button so I know you're here, and drop a comment in the comment section so I know you're here as well. So, but as the questions come in, I want to go over, there's something that I've been thinking about throughout the week. And I know I'm not the only person that has felt this way. And I want to talk about how to get out of a funk. But before I jump into that, I want to just remind you guys that our 5-day LinkedIn challenge is beginning on Monday. So if you're not registered for that, you have a couple of days to register for the 5-day LinkedIn challenge. I cannot express enough why you need to be on LinkedIn, using LinkedIn effectively as a marketer, as a network marketer, as a sales professional, as an entrepreneur. You need to be on the LinkedIn platform. It's only getting better. Plus, there's organic reach. You know, when you post something, and you don't have to be on it all day long, every day, and creating, dances and shorts and all that stuff. Now, that stuff is fun, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm here to teach you how to use social media effectively, how to use live video effectively to make sales, to make connections, to make money, to offer value, and to make people's lives better. So LinkedIn, again, and there's been some updates in 2021. So that begins on Monday at 9 a.m. So just copy this link. It's, it's not, actually, it's in the comment section as well, I believe so. It's bit.ly/5-day LinkedIn challenge for information. Make sure you jump in on there. Hey, Brian is watching live, and actually get ready for we're going to be doing an interview at the top of the next hour over on LinkedIn. So if you guys want to jump in on that, go ahead and jump in on that. And so, but I want to get into and talk about how to get out of a funk. So lately, and I just, I teach based on my own experiences. I've been in a funk lately. And, my brother passed a few months ago. I didn't think I'd be in a funk this long. I'm still in a funk. I don't know how long it's going to last. If you've ever lost a loved one, maybe you can let me know. I know everyone's different. But anyway, I'm forcing myself to keep doing what I was doing because I believe that you have to keep going forward. Because I know for a fact your loved one that you lost would not want you to sit around all day long and just mope and be upset all day. I mean, right? So if you were to pass away, you wouldn't want your wife, your spouse, your brother, your sister, you wouldn't want them to just stop living because you were gone, right? We want we want, when we love people, we want what's best for them. So I know, but I've never dealt with grief before, and I'm not a grief counselor. I probably should talk to one, I guess. That wouldn't hurt. But getting out of a funk. Now, I've been in funks before without losing someone. And what a funk is just when you're maybe you're not motivated. You're feeling, well, I'll tell you something. I'll be a little vulnerable. Probably about, I don't know if it's probably been almost 10 years. But there was a period of time where, and I've always been super motivated, go. I'm a type A personality. And there was a period where I started to feel not motivated. I started to feel lazy. And I didn't want to get out of bed. I wasn't feeling myself, and I didn't know what was going on. And I could feel it. So the biggest piece of advice I can give to you is always listen to yourself. Listen to your body. So I guess that would be tip number one, because that's the most important. Or maybe that's a bonus tip. I got a couple other for you. But you always have to listen to your body and be aware. If you're starting to feel stuff, like if you're starting to complain about my muscle aches or my shoulder hurts or this, there's a reason why you're complaining. There's a reason why you're feeling that, right? So you need to be self-aware, not only externally, but internally as well. And that's where I was. I started to not feel myself. I wasn't motivated. I wasn't excited. And it's not that I'm against doctors. I just usually don't go to doctors, but I ended up going because I knew something was up. And turns out that I have low testosterone, and my levels were like crazy low. And it made a lot of sense, right? As a male, we need testosterone. So everything from, from a male perspective, things just weren't up to par, right? Things just weren't, like, there was something going on, and I knew it. And that's what it was. And I was diagnosed with low testosterone. And I know I'm not the only male. There's a lot of males. And this was probably about 10 years ago. So I was in my mid 30s. So I was, I became aware of that, but I was in this funk. And so number one, you have to be self-aware, right? And you have to go and get help and seek help. And I don't know what that looks like. It looks like whatever, you know what you need. You know what you need to do. And I hear some people say, well, I'm never going to go to a doctor, or I'm not doing this wrong. That's silly, right? Because not only are you hurting yourself, but you're also hurting your loved ones too, right? Because if you're not, listen, we all want people around us to do better. I mean, the good people, right? 99% of the people, I believe, are good out there, right? Maybe 98. But we want people to do well, right? You don't want to see someone that you love, even a neighbor, right? You don't want to know that your neighbor's not doing well. I mean, what does the Bible teach us? Love thy neighbor, right? We want to see people doing well. We want to see people around us happy and doing well. So before I get sidetracked, okay, that's number one is, I said self-awareness, but it's acknowledging it, knowing that you're in a funk. Because listen, believe it or not, some people, unfortunately, these are the 2%ers. They don't mind being in the funk. You know why? Because in the funk, they get attention. And I heard a story one time that there was this, a mailman that would deliver mail to this farmhouse every day, obviously. Well, 6 days a week, right? And every time that the mailman would deliver mail to this farmhouse, there was a dog laying on the porch. And the dog was always whining and like crying like it was in pain. And one day, the mailman, saw the owner and said to the owner, why is your dog crying? Every day I drive by, deliver your mail, and the dog is laying in the same spot on the porch and it's just crying like he's in pain. What's the matter with the dog? And the farmer says, well, he's laying on a nail. And the mailman says, well, why doesn't he get up and move? And the farmer said something that's profound. He said, it doesn't hurt bad enough. And I just told this story to my son, and we were talking about a different situation, but I want you to think about that and apply that to, maybe there's some people that that you can think of that they might get more attention by crying every day. And if they move and they get off that nail, this might not be the best analogy, but when they're not crying and they're not whining, they don't get any attention. Some people have learned, that they get more attention by complaining or by being that problem, and they want that attention. But my question to you is, and I don't believe that's you, but my question to you is, does it hurt bad enough? Does it hurt bad enough for you to make a change? Whatever it is that's bothering you, and I just had a conversation with a family member that is tired of being on all this medication, and, their body is just aching, and there's, the doctor's got them on all kinds of medication. This is wrong, so take a pill. This is wrong, take a pill, right? And there's different complications, and the person does not feel, is in pain. It's not working. It's not a good way to live. And I said, well, does it hurt bad enough? And I've been trying to help this person for many, many years just to have a healthier lifestyle. I said, are you finally ready? Are you ready? Because listen, if you're not ready to move off that now, you're just going to stay there. How bad do you want it to hurt or continue to hurt? Are you ready to make that change? And so you have to acknowledge it, is my point. You have to acknowledge where you're at and say, all right, and then be ready. And that's also part of, tip number 2 is defining the problem. What is the problem? Okay, well, I'm on all these medications. Well, that's probably a problem, right? I'm a big believer, because I just did this 30-day juice cleanse, that I've learned this over the years, our bodies are so powerful that they can heal themselves. Now, the doctors don't want to tell you that. Now, this is not medical advice. I am not a doctor. This is just my own personal belief. And I'm actually testing it out right now. I did a 30-day juice cleanse. All my aches and pains went away, right? That was the problem. The problem was I had aches and pains, right? I'm taking different supplements and, to get rid of this pain. I'm rubbing CBD on me, right? But the problem, right? That's the problem. I'm in pain, right? I acknowledge it. I define the problem. And then, so what's the solution? For me, I ended up doing a 30-day juice cleanse. And here's what's crazy about that is the fact that those 30 days, once I got all that junk out of my body, I never felt better. My aches and pains went away. My shoulder didn't bother me. My back didn't bother me. Believe it or not, I'm not even talking about it to promote the juice cleanse, although it was a life changer for me. Now, that was back in April. Since then, I'm still juicing, but I've gone back to eating normal everyday food, right? Pizza, I'm having ice cream here and there. And here's what I noticed. As soon as I started eating all that stuff, that the white bread and all that fake GMO stuff and all the sugars, my body's inflamed again. And I start feeling pains. Now, here's why I'm kind of testing it. Don't get me wrong. I love to eat. And I love that food. I love pizza. I love ice cream, right? I love sugar. But here's what I know. When I can't even bend over, if I do, it hurts. Perfect example. Yesterday, my wrist hurt. I'm like, what the heck did I do? My wrist hurt so bad that I couldn't even like hold the phone. It hurt that bad. It's inflamed. It's inflammation. But those 30 days, I had no pains, no inflammation. You cannot convince me otherwise that it's the food that I've been putting in my own body. And I'm only taking responsibility for myself. But going back to this family member I'm trying to help, I said, does the pain hurt? Are you ready? So I'm going to actually help them and start juicing. So, but tip number 3, okay, is to actually connect with someone, okay? So you acknowledge it, you define the problem, and then connect with someone that can help you, okay? So for me, when I was feeling all that, I connected with my personal trainer, let him know, and he was actually the one that him and his brother did the juice cleanse first, but was able to connect with them, let them know exactly how I'm feeling, was able to help me. So connect with someone that can help you. Are you having issues with staying motivated? Well, connect with someone that's motivated. Are you having issues with making money online? Connect with someone that's making money on online. Are you struggling with making sales or building your business? Find someone that has been there and done that and ask for help. Right? You don't have to, look, there's a lot of people out there that are going to help you, and you don't have to pay for them. right? That just to give you information and help them. Most people are going to want to help you. Now, there are people that have, like I have a coaching business as well, but it depends, depending upon how, inside of my academy, for those of you that are in the academy now, that, I'll give you whatever I have because you're in the academy. So, I don't charge extra for that. The point is you need to connect with people and ask for that help. And again, it all comes back to how bad do you want it? Or how bad does it have to hurt for you to make a change? So I'm hoping some of this makes sense. But those are my tips. And Suzanne says, hello, welcome to my world. Maybe you can explain a little bit more in detail what you mean by that. Kind of went off there for a minute. So, all right, guys, that's all I have today. If you guys have any business questions, I don't see any that popped up. Continue to add them into the comment section. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know. But also, just in closing, I just want to remind you guys to get out of the funk, but also that Monday we're beginning the 5-day LinkedIn challenge. And here is the link to sign up. It's also in the comments section. So look forward to seeing you guys in there. If you have any questions about anything, reach out to me. Send me a DM in my socials, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great weekend.